for tonight is a letter that I'd like to read into the record of the meeting. So I have it in front of me, and I'm going to read it to you guys. And this is a letter to the residents of West Stockbridge and the members of the West Stockbridge Select Board. After months of consideration and deliberation with people whose counsel I value, I have decided that I will resign from the Select Board effective May 9th, 2022, the date of the next annual town election. Until that date, I will continue to serve as an active member of the Select Board and will complete the specific assignments I have taken on independently or at the request of the board. I'm providing my notice of resignation at this time, which is 10 days before the date of the town caucus, so that someone who is interested in serving the remaining 2 years of my term can step forward now and get their name on the 2022 election ballot. This is not a decision that I made lightly. I was an active audience member at the Select Board meetings from the time we moved here in 2016 until I ran for and was elected to the Select Board in 2020. I decided to run for office because I thought I could use the knowledge and experience I gained over my career in the private and public sectors to bring some much needed structure to the processes of governing and managing the town of West Stockbridge. Since my first week on the Select Board and continuing through today, I have strived to ensure that the town government is responsive to the needs of the whole community, that the business of the Select Board is conducted transparently, and that decisions being made are fact-based and considerate of the financial impact on all town residents. I've learned a lot in my 22 months on the Select Board. I've learned that prior boards and administrators, all with good intentions, have left behind a seemingly endless number of not quite finished tasks and poorly executed decisions that have plagued the Select Board from the start of my tenure. I've learned that the current structure of the town government is a template for inefficiency, where everyone reports to the Select Board, but the Select Board itself does not have the authority to oversee or coordinate the day-to-day administration of the town. I've learned that the town is slowly and not so quietly splitting into factions, one that wants everything to be like it used to be, and one that sees transformation as the only answer for the future. I believe the Select Board needs to actively bridge that divide and ensure that the voices of both groups are heard and their collective needs are recognized in all Select Board deliberations and decisions. From my point of view, that is not happening adequately today. Finally, I've learned that in spite of the time and effort I have expended over the past 22 months, little has changed, and the prospect for making a meaningful impact seems no closer now than it did in May of 2020. In summary, these are the reasons why I've chosen to step away now. I wish the best for my successor, the Select Board, and the town, and will do everything I can to ensure a smooth transition. Respectfully, Roger Kavanagh. I'll bring a hard copy of that signed to you tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Sorry to hear, Roger. Beautifully written letter, though.
Thank you. That's all I have for tonight.
Well, I would like to say that I regret your decision and just have found you to be such an asset and such an amazing colleague and so diligent in your pursuits on behalf of the town that I think that the loss is a really harsh one, but understand and respect your decision.
Thank you.
It's a tough board to be on. It as you said in your letter, it's tough to feel progress. And as Kathleen said in the finance meeting, the structure feels quite obsolete for the modern day. And for folks who take their work seriously and want to see progress, and I share your frustration and have really been on the fence myself about a future in local politics. So totally understand, but we'll continue enjoy continuing to enjoy working with you for as long as we can here. And we'll start that in just a couple minutes.